I was going to say youngster. Well, you are. 28, youngster from Belgium. Ruben, welcome to you. Welcome to the wonderful world of Magic.
Ahoy, thank you.
828. Good to see you, man.
Thank you. Very nice to be here.
Now then, I said just before we went on air that you're a solo sailor and you're in a 6.5 metre yacht. You sailed from Belgium to Cape Town. Was an aeroplane not an option? It would have been much less stress.
No, it wasn't.
All right, now the reason that you did this, first of all, tell us about that.
Well, the project is called Sailing Challenge for MS. So what I did was in the last few months and almost a year actually, we challenged a whole lot of people to support the multiple sclerosis research. So what I did was people could buy one of my 7,800 miles that I needed to be sailed. They could buy it for a mile for 10 euros, and then they could also write their name on my spinnaker. Like this, I would carry the name across the ocean with me, and like this, we were raising money for MS research. Yeah.
So sponsorship, basically.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely.
Now you raised a whole pile of money at the end of the day. What was the total figure?
So it's around in rand. It's about 760,000 rand we managed to raise, and it's still going on a little bit. So we're very happy with that. What we achieved.
Obviously, your father was a factor within this whole voyage as well.
Yeah.
He is suffering from
MS.
Yes. Okay. All right, but handling it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Definitely.
All right. Now he must be very proud of you as his son, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. He was here supporting me when I was arriving. They were standing ready with the fresh Den Anker beer ready for at the jetty. So it was great. Yeah, it was very nice.
Now you left on the 3rd of October and arrived on the 3rd of January. Wow, man, that's a long time to be on your own.
It is, and I expected to do 2 months, but it became 3. Yeah, that's sailing. If there is no wind, there is no wind. If there's lots of wind, there is a lot of wind. It's the nature. So
because there was no engine on your boat at all. It was
nothing,
all you were praying for wind to take you
there.
there.
Yeah, definitely. And I had to make a little turn around via Brazil. That's where I made a pit stop because the wind and the trade winds and the currents they don't let you go by the African coast, so you have to do the South American coast as well.
Let's be honest though, that's a nice place to make a pit stop. There's nothing wrong with Brazil.
Definitely not. No, it was not bad. I have to admit.
I would be fearful. Were you fearful of getting sick on board? Then what?
Yeah, definitely. There were times that I was, for one moment, I was seasick for 1 week because of the high seas and the very strong winds, and only 6.5 meters, so it's really like a roller coaster on board. And then you just have to cope with it, and then it takes a few days to get back to get your strength back because you really do lose a lot of weight when you're in. Now
the boat you were in is not huge. Let's be honest, it's a small boat. And I was telling you that the boss and I from Magic were on a ship in 1985. We sailed to the UK and we hit a force 11 in the Bay of Biscay, which was not pleasant at all. Now, were you fearful of those kind of conditions hitting your boat?
I was, because it's force 11 would be really challenging. Fortunately, I did not get it. It didn't get so extreme. However, yes, I had my fair share of bad weather, but I was very well supported by a Belgian weather router. So I was in full contact to actually guide me more or less whatever was possible in the right direction to hide those kind of weather situations.
All right, now a few scary moments, but one in particular. What was that about?
Well, for sure that was about actually 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before my arrival in Cape Town. It was when we hit an unidentified floating object, which really scared the hell out of me.
Possibility it could have been my mother-in-law. She was around those waters at that time. What was it? Did you work it out?
I saw when I went because I was below deck, I was checking the weather at the time, and really I just saw a floating big black box or something floating by, and luckily it didn't hit the rudders because that's really the fragile part of the boat that could, if it breaks off the rudder, it's a complete different story. It can just change by a fraction of a second, yes. Okay. So it was quite scary.
All right, well done to you and for raising that amount of money. Can people continue to donate to the cause? How would they go about doing that?
Yeah, they definitely can still. We have a website, www.sailingchallengeforms.com, and there are very easy steps, straightforward, how you can support for 10 euros for a mile or...
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I suppose you're heading back now to the harbour to get back on the boat and sail back to Belgium, right?
I still will enjoy a few more beers here.
Listen, it's been nice talking to you. You did a wonderful thing. Thanks for joining us here on Magic 828.
Yeah, great.